Well, good afternoon. Hello, 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 my good people. Miss Sunshine here. I'm here today, as always, bringing you love, light, and sunshine. Oh, wow. Phew. I hope everybody out there is doing okay today. You know, um, winding down this week. We're just about halfway through the year, guys. We made it to June. And I don't know about you, but there's a lot of different energies out there, in the collective. As I was out and about today, I was faced with a lot of high energies. And, for the past week, it's been like that, and I think it's that full moon that we just had, the energies, and we can go into the how the planets are aligning or whatever. But yeah, even my energy has been on high. Like, it's almost like my heart has taken over, and I'm no this week I'm not thinking from logic. It's like my heart took over my brain, and I'm thinking from how I feel about the interactions. I'm not expressing myself. I haven't been expressing myself this week from a place of, logistical thinking. You know, it's completely from the heart, what my heart is feeling. And I'm here to tell you it's been pretty intense. I don't know. So if you're feeling me there, don't worry, you're not alone. And I know I'm not the only one. Like, someone will say something to me, and oh my gosh, I take it on a personal level. I feel it at the core, and it's crazy because as much as I'm the type of person that outwardly, I'm blunt, I say what's on my mind, very transparent, I am very sensitive. I am so sensitive to energies. And this past week has been something special dealing with, the energies out there in the collective. And look, I just had to come home. I had some appointments, and I've encountered individuals and their energy. I don't know if they're angry. I don't know what's going on, but from a soul core level, you can feel that they're not happy, and they portray that externally, okay? So let's not get caught up in that. And it's okay if we're feeling these things. If our energies are a little high, not even high. If our energies, if we feel like our feelings are on our sleeve this week, we're taking things to heart, taking things personal, things that wouldn't normally like affect us, this week, our heart is like, nope, you're gonna hear me, you're gonna feel me, and we're going to flow from that place. And wow, it's something, heavy to like really lean into. Please excuse me, I'm in the south. It's like 70 something degrees. Before I came home, got me some DQ. Mm. Got a shake, bananas in it, whew. But anyway, don't worry, these energies, just feeling them, and allowing that, just allowing, not trying to figure it out, not trying to question it. Like, for instance, I was at the nail shop. I always go to the nail shop. Got my hands, my feet done. And as always, yeah, I'm very particular about how my feet are done. And, you know, I, I'm not going to say I was displeased, but I wasn't pleased. And there were some things that need to be, fixed or whatever. Any other time I'd be cool. I just say it or whatever and keep it moving. This time they started on my hands and I'm just sitting there. And I got so emotional. Tears just started coming down my eyes. Like, what in the world's going on? And I allowed it. But then I had to make sure, and this is what we have to make sure we're doing. I had to center myself and while feeling it, you know, still allowing it and returning back to a center point to where I had to like kind of show myself or tell myself, that you are safe. This is a safe space. There's nothing around you that's a threat. And but I also had to acknowledge, because my mind was talking to me. My feelings were hurt. And that's what I kept saying to myself while the tears were rolling down. My feelings were hurt. How she made me feel in that moment of not caring for my body like I care for my body. And the reason I go in is to, make sure I have, let's say, my feet properly taken care of, not in and out like a sweatshop or whatever the case may be. And I think I really took it personal that she didn't care. And you have to understand, I go to this nail shop. I've been going there for years. And I just recently, in the past 6 months, started allowing them to do my feet. Because if you know me, I don't allow people to touch me, because energy is everything. So it's not that I don't allow, I'm very selective, okay? Everyone can't bring their energy my way. So trusting them enough, they know who I am. They know what I like. When I walk in, it feels like I'm at, Cheers, where everybody knows your name. I walk in, they're like, hey, Miss Sunshine, so they know. There are some people there that, they can't get on my feet anymore. Anyway, long story short, the energy from the full moon, just the energy that's heavy now. And my heart was like, I don't care logically, because any other time it would have been logical. This time it wasn't logical. This time it was allow. Allow. But then also knowing you were safe. But crazy enough, don't worry, guys, because, I'm Miss Sunshine. So, I once the tears started just coming, I allowed them. And this day I had some dark sunglasses on, so I just pulled them down, let her do my hands, and I had my earbuds in, always listening to some motivational music or whatever, and it brought me back and it centered me. But as that was happening, the techs realized it. And the one that initially, worked on my feet, oh my gosh, she came over, she hugged me, and she was saying she was sorry, and, she'll fix it or whatever the case may be. And the tech that does my nails, see, I get my nails done. If you ever see my flashy nails, my nail tech, she is the bomb. I let her freestyle. She picks my colors, she picks my designs. I just let her have at it. She knows. And she was there, just let me know it was okay. So me telling myself, I was in a safe space, and just their energy as well. I mean, I left out the nail shop. I was happy they did some extra stuff or whatever. But this is the type of energy that's in the air, and I just wanted to share that just to show you this is the type of energy in the air. And then this is why I came home today, because I went and ordered some food. And a young lady, and it was to go, called in my order, and I had to pick it up differently. And a young lady I encountered, oh my gosh, she wanted to do it back and forth with me. I'm not even going to explain what happened, because if it did, you'd be like, for real? You know what I'm saying? But it just escalated, and I wanted to speak to a manager. Because if you know me, you're not my food, not my food. No, we're not. No, we're not. Not what I put in my mouth. Okay? And I go to this place a few times a month or whatever. So, a manager, can I speak to a manager? Because I wasn't even, I don't do back and forth with individuals. How you show up matters. My name is Sunshine. I don't do that. And when I see that your energy is like that, and I don't know what kind of day you had. It might be because you at work. I ain't at work, so I'm happy. So, well, anyway, the manager came, and I started out by letting her know how much I love the restaurant, because I do. I love it. Oh my gosh, they have such good food. I normally deal with the waitresses when I have a call in order, and they are the bomb. They are the bomb. Let me tell you, the atmosphere is wonderful. So, this one incident, I wanted to bring it to the manager's attention, because it wasn't cool what she did, how she did it, over something that she did. Anyway, after and I'm sitting there and I'm talking to the manager. What about tears start just rolling down my eyes? And in that moment, I realized that she did something to me emotionally. How she was coming at me, it was like she was coming for me. She had a very nasty attitude, and it was like jumping on me. And I guess that was too much, and my body is showing me that things like that are too much. And I would have logically before said something, and it'd have been a wrap. It'd have been a wrap. But like I said, my heart took over my brain, and my heart told my brain, you're going to feel this. You need to feel what it feels like, and then let you know you're safe. I did it once again, and the manager I spoke with, and she was, oh my gosh, she's an older lady, and she was and she was like shocked and stuff or whatever. And she was she was really nice. Well, let's get your mind off of that. Let's talk about your pretty rings and stuff. And I had to let her know energy is everything. And you do not know how your energy will affect someone else. It can make or break someone. And today I just came from Tennessee Oncology, saw my chemo doctor today. So, the energy is already heavy. I just left the place, with heavy energy, and I'm bopping around or whatever. And I knew, because I did some of my own readings, and I knew this energy was in the air. So, you know, I'm just going to say I got a $50 gift certificate to go back to the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? For my pain and agony. So, in a sense, it's like you showing up, like you it's in the air now. It's like it's here at us, and it's heavy. And I was actually going to talk about something else, but this just weighed heavy on me, because I know it's heavy for someone else. I know you're feeling like you are so emotional right now, like everything is like, ooh, it's like your sensitive button has been turned on or something. I don't know. I mean, I do know. And because I do understand how, these planets are aligning, this moon, and because it all matters, all of this really matters. And once you start understanding that, you can understand the energies and allow the energies to flow through. You can get caught up and not really understand the energies that are ever present, and you can just block it. And unfortunately, what you experience is going to be harder than it really has to be, and guys, please know, even when I was crying, I mean, it was okay. It was okay. I was hurt. Like, I felt it, like, to the core, like, why? Individuals and their energy, and them not realizing the energy that they're putting out there. Most of the time I can block, and I'm real good at blocking a whole lot of stuff, but I guess this is how it is right now. Ain't no blocking it. Feel it, no, but then still knowing that you're safe. You're your safe place. And once you become that safe place, and just allow it, because it's not just happening for nothing. You feel a certain way, your body feels a certain way, and it's trying to tell you, and it no longer wants to hide the fact of how you feel and how people do make you feel unknowingly. You know what I'm saying? And just the acknowledgement, just people still showing up, showing you there are still those people out there like, oh no, we are, what the world needs now is love, sweet love, like, for real, for real. So guys, if you're feeling this, if it's feeling kind of intense, hang in there. It's okay. Be your safe space. Go within. And it's, once you ground yourself back into it, you know what I'm saying? You'll see it's okay. Now, I'm not talking about some of these extreme intense, you know what I'm not talking about. So I'm not even going to explain myself. Because if you know, you know. So, I'm not even going to go into the message that I was channeled to write earlier. I guess I must not be done. So we'll save that for, you know what I'm saying, a later date. This was just off the whip, because this is the type of day, this is the type of week. And just show up, like, because you matter. Your energy matters. What you're bringing to the table, how you're reacting, how you're handling these individuals, it really matters. And in these situations, not once did I handle the situation with any type of hostility, any type of anger, no yelling, but it was genuine, and it was like from the heart. And sometimes, most of the time, it can be felt by another individual, and your spirit will start talking to their spirit, because these are the people that we align with. He's not going to have these situations happen to me if I'm not covered. And when you're finding yourself in situations like that, and it's no fault of your own, he is going to show you that you are covered. You do need to sit there, you do need to feel the emotion, you know what I'm saying? And if this week your heart is where it's at, and that's who's leading the way, let it lead the way, because you don't know what doors you're allowing to open by fully surrendering it. And after both of these incidents, I was mysteriously enough, I was okay. Once I felt safe. I can't even explain it, but it was a safe feeling. For one, I knew I had me. You know what I'm saying? And I provided myself that safe space to release whatever it was that heart was trying to lead with. The feeling that I had in the moment, which normally, it probably wouldn't affected me, because we're so good at letting logic take over. We think about it. We put that wall up immediately, and you know what I'm saying? We're like straight to business about it, because I'm able to handle those situations, without having a lot of feeling into it. It is what it is, but just not handling it, in such a manner, and even trying to handle it the way I would, and her receptivity was just in her energy. So, still being shown at the end of all these situations that, oh gosh, you're covered and you're safe. It's okay. For one, it's okay to feel it and let them know. Sometimes when you're letting, depending on how it's done, sometimes I feel that type of not being a crybaby all the time. I'm not saying I'm a crybaby all the time, but that type of vulnerability, it allows for the other individual, not narcissist and stuff like that, but sometimes even them, to see their behavior, to see without having to go into defense mode. Because if you say something and it triggers someone else, now they're in defense mode, so they're not receptive to anything you are saying. Sometimes if you, and I've noticed, you step back and, oh my gosh, like, not why are you treating me this way, not even on a victim level. Sometimes individuals, if it's time, either will see, or moreover, it's in those times that you will see that you're okay. So sometimes it's not about what they see, you trying to make them see or, feel what you're feeling. No. Sometimes it's about you allowing you to feel what you feel. And it's okay. And just the coverage that I'm shown, the universe, my spirit guides, just everyone, my angel team, the level of coverage that I'm shown is just amazing. And at each point, how can I not just stand in this place of knowing? So, yeah, Spirit said that's that. Spirit said it's a wrap. Well, guys, as always, I hope this message finds who it needs to find, when it needs to find you. I'm always certain it will. May not be today, may not be tomorrow. Whenever these messages, just, there's no time stamp on them. That's all I'm going to say. But, if no one has told you today that they love you, let me tell you, I love you. I love you with my whole heart. Like, you hear the dog barking, he's like, yeah, woo, woo, woo. Hey, who let the dogs out? Woo, woo. Like, okay. That's my inner child trying to come out and play. Trying to be serious. But, yes, I love you. And if no one's told you today, you are beautiful. You matter. Make today count. Just because you can. Be happy just because you can. And if you can't be happy with the situation you're in, be happy that you have a situation to be in. Because where you're complaining, somebody is looking at your situation and they wish they had just a quarter of what you have. Okay? So, I love you guys, and as always, I'm going to leave you today with a whole bunch of love, a whole bunch of light, and my goodness, a whole bunch of sunshine. I love you guys. I love you guys. Until we meet again, be safe.